We're doing it. One last warm-up, everybody. Let's not make it weird.
Hard work, work.
Good morning, everybody. You're listening to the Warm-Up Podcast. Final episode, one last warm-up. I'm your goofy host, Lou Michael. We are driving to the gymnasium, for a chest workout today, because chest day is best day, and that's just how it is. And we're doing it. One last warm-up, everybody. Let's not make it weird. Never say never. I'm not saying it couldn't ever start up again, but yeah, if you're jumping in now, what a wild time to jump in on the ultimate episode. Penultimate last week, just like saying penultimate. And this is the ultimate episode of the Warm-Up Podcast. So let's have some fun with it. Let's do the swan song with what we always do. Got a little pre-workout in a can. It was put there by a man in a factory downtown. Millions of peaches for me. So today, the pre-workout in a can, we're going back to Celsius. I don't know if I've done this one on here before, but it's Oasis Vibe. It's a sparkling pricky pear lime edition. So, you know, we're gonna suck down an Oasis, which, if you know anything about Middle Eastern history, if you visited an oasis in the desert that was not yours, and the local sheiks and or I forget what the roaming nomadic Arabs were called, but they'll fucking cut your throat, friends. Water is an important thing in the desert, more important than, you know, rocks or gold or anything. So anyways, I'm sucking down somebody else's Oasis. We'll see if they try to cut my throat later. Here we go. Sniff test. Nah, I'm not sure I like that. Had a weak crack as well. Weak crack, bad smell. Let's see how this Oasis has gone bad. Somebody put a dead donkey in the watering hole. All right, here we go. One sip. First sip. Whoa. Ooh. Methinks I like the Oasis vibe. All right. Little prickly pear, sparkling prickly pear. First time in a long time we've had a real flavor profile on a can here in the old car. So 200 milligrams of Bang Bang in there. Celsius, way to show up. Finally, a flavor I actually would go out of my way for. Let's give it a season 2 harsh rating. I'm going to give this 4.2 sit-ups out of 5. Definitely going to pre-workout again with the Celsius Live Fit Oasis vibe. Not bad, you know? No, that's real good. So, anyways, gang, it's crystal blue skies out today, mid-Michigan. Everybody's getting what I call the Michigancrazies around springtime, where when we do start getting some hot days again, it cooks our little Midwestern brains, and everybody's kind of getting a little bit nuts. And spring is in the air, so everybody's all fucking horned up. There's a lot of testosterone going on. And people are a little chippy, and I've noticed that over the decades around springtime when you have cold gray winters. People, it's awesome because people are happy, but then they turn into the freak beasts. They're like, it's time to mate also. I'm like, oh, fuck, all right, everybody relax, all right? Did you crank one out this morning, pal? You might want to. Excuse me, lady, Karen, the upset ladies, flick the bean in the shower in the morning. Everybody just chill those shoulders down a little bit, you know, just fucking relax. Do I have caffeine coursing through my veins right now, making me up through the roof? Yeah, fuck yeah. But you know what? I'm going to relax. I'm not going to take it out on those strangers. And so, you know, it's just something, it's a fun time of year where everybody's coming out of their caves and crawl spaces from the winter times, and there's some spring cleaning going on, and everybody's got cum up to their attics, and they gotta get it out of their brains. So that's a fun energy. Am I projecting? Nah, I wish I could. I fucking project. Hey, you projecting about cum? Nah, I'm not projecting. It's just something I've kind of noticed, the aggro energy, and and also there was the full solar eclipse yesterday. So that on top of crystal blue skies cooking everybody's brains, and the ancient ones are coming back to Earth for the apocalyptic nature of 2024. It's like, okay, I understand why there's a little bit of a weird vibe out there. That's something I always love, is the apocalyptic nature of things, or at least like, you know, the end is nigh, or you know, Armageddon. Everybody's speculating, and this is the first time in a long time, because it used to be mocked all the time. You know, even going back to John the Revelator in the New Testament scriptures about the end times. You know, we mock people who prophesize it? But I mean, come on, everybody, look around. Doesn't this time feel like it might be, you know, really in the ballpark? There's talks of UFOs and spacecrafts and artificial intelligence that might turn into Skynet and launch missiles or make death bots. We got drone warfare going on. The nuclear clock is the closest it's ever been to midnight, which is fucking wild. There's been plagues. We had one plague, and now there's rumors of another plague. We got super bugs. We got regular bugs that are eating grass. But you know what? I'm going to be the first one to say it. Fucking, we haven't been taken out yet, unless an asteroid or a comet or something really slams into us. Old humanity ain't going nowhere, and everybody's got their own personal Armageddons to worry about, because none of us get the fuck out alive. So you know what? Just rub one out, squiggle the bean, relax them shoulders, and even if it is the end times for all of us at once, I don't know, it's the end times for all of us eventually. And that's my sage advice, huh? Look at that. Well, Lou, the caffeine's really taking over today. It is. I drank half a pot of coffee. Kind of regret that. That's probably, 360 milligrams of coffee plus this. Whew, we're gonna be near 500 before the afternoon really hits. Uh-oh. So, you know, there's all that. I'm getting pretty excited because this weekend I'm heading back down to Go Bananas Comedy Club. Zach Martinez headlining, and Jacob Barr is hosting, and I'm featuring. And that's just going to be a good buddies weekend at one of the coolest clubs in the country. So really looking forward to that. And honestly, it's kind of kicking off. I know if you look to your left, look to your right, it kind of seems like tough times all over, but I don't really think it is. And this is kind of kicking off what's, I'm hoping to be one of my best years doing stand-up comedy yet. And it's weird because the internet footprint doesn't necessarily represent that yet. And I think about that constantly, you know, I want to be good at a craft versus the representation of where you are in that craft. And I can't announce one cool thing, which is kind of a bummer, but if you guys, anybody watching at this point probably knows me, so, you know, look for some cool announcements coming up here in the next couple of weeks of some cool stuff I've got in the pike. But yeah, Go Bananas this weekend I'm really looking forward to. And once we park here, I'll tell you guys about some future projects. And though the warm-up podcast might be gone potentially forever, maybe someday I could bring it back. Guys, and if the YouTube analytics are in fact correct, the guys and one singular gal, one lady watching the podcast, thank you guys, and the girl, I'm going to be posting some more stand-up clips, and I don't know. Just kind of got thinking last night. I was talking to another comic at Double Dipped, did Crunchies and Max open mics Monday here in Lansing, Michigan. And that's a lot of fun. You get 14 minutes of stage time and you don't even have to leave town. That's That's a good night of open micing. But I'd call him a successful comic and a guy I look up to. And he moved back to Michigan recently. A fella by the name of Joe Kelly. Very funny. If you don't know him, look up Joe Kelly. He's got a lot of things going on. I wish I would have written down the quote he had, but we were kind of talking about the feeling of the world right now, or the vibes. I like how vibration, Alan Watts talked about it, and then the colloquial term feeling and vibe kind of became one, and people would talk about, I've got a gut feeling about this, and now we're going back to using the term vibe. So I'm going to use vibe and feeling pretty interchangeably in the future, because a vibration is a feeling. But anyways, I think Joe said, man, it was something profound, where things are comfortable, things aren't that hard, and people are confused. But I think it was something along the lines of things are comfortable and people are confused right now. And I kind of feel that, I understand that, oh, wow, look at that. The alley's blocked, so we got to do the long lap around the parking lot. Victory lap for the last episode of the old warm-up, baby. It's the final countdown. That's not the warm-up song this week, but we'll get to that. But yeah, things are comfortable and people are confused. I think I'm paraphrasing at this point, and I should have fucking written it down. But I kind of feel that, everybody. I understand, grocery prices, rent. I just had to pay my gas bill, I think, Consumers Energy. Here's the thing I thought I had all my energy bills and whatnot on auto pay, and evidently one of them isn't on auto pay anymore, and now I just get the final notice email, like the emergency shut off email. And that's just how I've been paying one of my bills, where I'm like, I don't know how to reset up auto pay, and I forgot all my passwords. But if you get the emergency shut off notice from Consumers, they'll let you just put in your SOCH and address, and they'll be like, all right, we will take your money still, but you should consider making a profile. I'm like, bro, I have so many fucking social medias and accounts I don't care about, and it's waxing and waning my mental health daily to think that I want to set up a fucking profile to pay my goddamn gas or energy bill, or one of them. Fuck that noise. It's a literal shut up and take my money. And why should I have to prove if I live where I need to pay to keep the fucking power on? Why couldn't I just go around if I was a rich person be like, I don't live there, but I'll pay for this person's power? Just an altruistic fucking power Santa paying people's power bills. But no, you gotta wait until they're gonna shut your fucking power off before they go, ooh, we're gonna shut your power off, but then our beaks would get so dry. And the only thing we hate more than scaring people with shut off notices is dry beaks. So you know what? We'll go ahead and put a little dish out there, and if you want to put a little liquid scratch down, we'll wet our beaks. We will wet our beaks with your scratch. And I go, thank you, Power Daddy. Thank you, Power Daddy. Now I can keep my lights on so I can edit the videos and become another cog in the wheel until the AI Skynets team up with the nuclear triads of the world and take us all out. Huh? How's that for a fucking rant? Nailed it. Things are comfortable and people are confused. And so there it is, guys. We parked here, and I'm not going to get overly emotional because, again, I'm not going anywhere. Though this podcast might be done for what it was a shit ton of fun. Anybody that's still listening right now, thank you guys. You might be ride or die friends. I'm going to make the announcements right now. I have a Patreon. Do not feel obligated, especially if we are friends. The Patreon's up. It's been live for like a year. I didn't tell anybody because I felt wicked uncomfortable. It is linked up in my Instagram. Check it out or don't. There's only one person there that needs to sign up for it, and it's Zach Burkar. And I made his own tier list for him. So there's that. I'll probably work on that a little bit more. If I ever do put up stuff behind a Patreon wall, this podcast might be one of those things. Because the few people that do enjoy this, that kept me going doing this for so long, I love you guys. And if you enjoy this and it has value to you, then it's like, all right, someday I might bring it back, man. So there's that. And then if you don't know or you're not aware, obviously stand-up comedy clips are going to be coming out here soon. More sets. I'm just going to be posting my sets on this YouTube page. If you don't know, now you know, buddy. Johnny Mockney and I have a new podcast out called Chinese Rocket Force. We've been having a lot of fun with it. I'm still learning to podcast with other people conversationally and be funny. But in its infancy, I think it's been a lot of fun. We've already been deplatformed once and shadow banned a few times before we proved that the name was a parody name, because Chinese Rocket Force is an actual branch of the People's Liberation Army, which is part of the CCP in communist China, and it's all right. It's a silly name, Chinese Rocket Force. Just do the @ Chinese Rocket Force on YouTube. Our page will come up. We got a couple episodes out already. It's a lot of fun. You probably see the clips on Instagram as well. So I'm doing that weekly, and that's one of the reasons, not the reason, but one of the reasons I had to stop this is I'm still doing all of my editing, shooting, production, and I love it. Don't get me wrong, but as one person, there's limited hours, and then working for other people, working for myself, trying to work for myself first, in this weird, shitty, it's not shitty, this beautiful entrepreneurial showbiz F-tier want to do stand-up comedy professional life. I'm also just kind of running low on man hours, where I'm not necessarily being a good person to myself right now. I'm trying to be a great boyfriend still. I'm trying to be a good son and a good brother. And we all get it. Sometimes you just got to dial back other points of your life to focus on other things. And this is one of those things. I love the warm-up, but, I got to dial this one back right now and focus on a few other things. But I promise you, if you dig it, I'll be around. And also, so Chinese Rocket Force, stand-up clips. And then something I loved doing, and I started doing it with my knee injury, was something called Loaded for Bear, the podcast. Loaded for Bear has been around since the pandemic. It's a different YouTube channel I have where I kind of do the voice. I'm out here surviving the apocalypse with Lou. That's how it started. This guy. I'm gonna revamp that in a fun way, and I think I'm gonna bring back the Surviving the Apocalypse or the Loaded for Bear podcast, because it had a formula. I researched stuff. I had a lot of fun doing it. I think it can add a little bit more value than just the fucking pre-senile ramblings of a F-tier stand-up comic. Again, love that you guys, whoever's here, love that. But yeah, so final plugs, shameless plugs. The Patreon's up. Just look at it, have a giggle. Don't sign up. I don't even know how to do taxes for that shit yet. So, but maybe someday. Chinese Rocket Force with Johnny Mockney, and we have guests. Loaded for Bear, probably coming back relatively soon. Shameless plug for myself, doing stand-up, and keep ready on the announcements there. So, anyways, gang, the final warm-up song, and I'm going to keep the playlists on my YouTube, I'm going to keep these episodes on YouTube. I thought about archiving them, but I don't know, for whatever reason, I'm going to leave them out there. And the warm-up podcast playlist, if you're following it, rad, because I'm going to keep that going for sure. And if you check in occasionally, I'm going to keep adding songs to it when I go, ooh, that's a good workout song, because it's becoming my workout playlist. And the final one, kind of a nod to younger me and unironic hype up songs. And I can't believe this wasn't in the playlist already. And it's like a quintessential gym song if you're a gym bro. I think it's butt metal. I don't know if that's a genre. I'm not a music genre guy. Hard rock or butt metal, or I don't know. It's a song that makes me smile both sincerely and ironically. And I hope you guys enjoy it as you're warming up. It is Last Resort by Papa Roach. It's my last resort, everybody. Cut my life into pieces, you know? That's just how it's going to be. So there it is. I hope you're warmed up for the gym. And if you're not going to the gym, I hope you're warmed up for life. And keep warming up, everybody. You got this. I believe in you. You got this. You're warmed up. All right, guys. I love you. I'll see you around. Okay, bye. Okay, bye.